Composer 2.5. This was a pretty big deal, actually.
Command AI.
Introducing Composer 2.5. Composer 2.5 is now available on Cursor. Who is a Cursor boy? Because I have not touched Cursor in ages. I've gone back to VS Code, and even then, yeah, I've gone back to VS Code. I still have it open on all the projects that I'm running. But yeah, it's a really dire space for them to be in, because I think they've turned their tool into a bloated mess. But whatever. Let us know if you're a Cursor boy. Substantial improvement in intelligence and behavior over Cursor 2, I should damn well hope so, is better at sustained work on long-running tasks, follows complex instructions more reliably, and is more pleasant to collaborate with. Interestingly, they haven't mentioned the speed, because that was always the thing with Composer 2, that it was just crazy fast for its intelligence. Terminal bench, 69.3. Wow, just shy of Opus, but to be honest, Opus is not that great for terminal bench, as can be seen with GPT 5.5 here, scoring an 82.7. So, you know, not a great show of prowess there, but a welcome improvement over Composer 2. SWE bench, which is what I'm interested in. I'm not too interested in benchmarks, but they damn well give you a good idea if I can think, well, Opus 4.7 is pretty good at coding. It's getting really close to Opus 4.7, which is insane. I think you can only access this as in Cursor as well. This is a reason why you would use, a really good reason why you would use Cursor, to be honest. Just shy of Opus, and I bet the price is very, very cheap. And then Cursor Bench, which is really interesting because it's their own benchmarks, but they're not really, they're doing the worst. 63.2 versus 64.8 on max mode, mind. Really drops there on extra high, which I think is the one down from max. And then 64.3 is X high, 59.2 with GPT 5.5. But significant improvement over Composer 2, as you would expect. We improve Composer by scaling, training, generating more complex reinforced learning environments, and introducing new learning methods. In addition to training Composer 2.5 on more difficult tasks, we improve behavioral aspects of the model like communication style and effort calibration. These dimensions are not well captured by existing benchmarks, but we find that they matter for real-world usefulness. Trust me, bro, this is quite a nice thing. So basically, we're over. I mean, it's just this, you know, it's just this represented on the graph. It's over Opus 4.7 in, well, what are we talking about here? Like score. And then the cost is way down, nearly zero. So what's that? That's probably about 25 cents, right? For this task, not even per like request or anything like that. This is the bit that I obviously highlighted. Composer 2.5 is built on the same open source checkpoint as Composer 2. So it's still using Kimi K2.5, which is really interesting because I think we're in Kimi K2.6 now. Maybe we are to see Kimi 2. Yeah, here we go. Kimi K2.6. So interesting. My gut feel in all of this point thing is that you can only realistically bump the major version if you've done some fresh training. So 4.7 Opus 4.7 is trained on the same checkpoint as 4.6, as 4.5. They've just worked out ways to train or reinforce learning and post-training in such a way where they're able to achieve better or different results. So yeah, still using Kimi K2.5. 85% of the compute for Composer 2.5 comes from additional training and reinforced learning. So here, but okay, so let's think about what I just said, which is the points are basically the same. Kimi K2.5 is trained on the same training data as Kimi K2. So this is a training data of training data, or reinforced learning off of already existing training data. At the end of the day, if they're getting the results that they're claiming to get, then who cares? But that's just interesting. Together with SpaceXAI, which we're training a significantly larger model from scratch using 10 times more total compute with Colossus 2's million H100 equivalents. So I wonder what that means. What graphics cards they're using, if they're equivalents. Maybe they're cheaper or whatever. Maybe they're trying to keep it secret that they've discovered a new way to do it. I don't know, but interesting nonetheless. And then this one was what I found interesting. Again, this is not where my specialty lies. However, I did think it stood out as something that you guys might be interested in. We train Composer 2.5 with targeted textual feedback. The idea is to provide feedback directly at the point in the trajectory where the model could have behaved better. So however they're doing that, you could probably read this and tell me much more than I know about it. But ideally, I guess they're just saying if it does something wrong, they can just be a bit more specific about where it went wrong and then tweak things and change things at the point rather than at the end when it has a bunch of extra context or something like that. So interesting. And I wonder why other people wouldn't do that. It seems pretty straightforward, like not straightforward, but it seems like a pretty, you should do that. Unless there are other downsides, who knows? Here we go. Here's price anyway, 50 cents per million and 2.250. So I don't know. There's a faster variant with the same intelligence for what's that? I mean, 3-4 times the input. I don't know. I'm not very good at maths. But regardless, if you need to get stuff done quick, they've got a faster variant. This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Command AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.
Command AI.